Greetings, brothers and sisters in wealth. Welcome back to the First Church of Wealth. It's Sunday, September 9th, and this is the Most Reverend Johnson Fullmast. Once again, I must apologize for missing last week's sermon. Sister Beatrice has started bringing a friend, Sister Gertrude, and they have been tag-teaming me on lap dances. Bingo was canceled last week at the Restful Acres Senior Community, so I had a full house and bulging pockets. And no, Sister Beatrice, I didn't spend all those quarters in one place. This week's sponsor, and sponsor of my recording equipment, is Cougars Canyon. Cougars Canyon is home to the finest exotic dance club for the discerning senior citizen. Specializing in entertainment for mature ladies, our establishment features perks for new patrons and repeat customers, complimentary catheters, oxygen tank refills, and exfoliation available upon request. Cougars Canyon, where the gray kitties play. Staff nurse available at all times. It is with great pleasure that I present to you another chapter from the Book of WOD. It has been my life's work to compile this tome. The Book of WOD chronicles the origin of our world as a platform for generating resources, thus enlarging the god of wealth. This next chapter chronicles many firsts, including the first meeting. Oh, it's a doozy. Thus, I present to you all another chapter from the Book of WOD. The Book of Conceptions, Chapter 2. Now, out of all the creatures WOD had created, there was one that turned out to be quite a talker. This is strange, since it seemed that WOD had given speech only to the man and the woman. This creature was a real snake in the grass. Apparently, it wasn't too happy about WOD giving preference to the man and the woman. So, one day, this snake slithered up to the woman and said, "Hey, baby, how about them apples?" The woman, being the first of her kind and living in an arranged marriage, had never heard of pickup lines before. She looked at the tree next to her and noticed that the apples were quite ripe and juicy looking. "Why, these apples look quite good," she said. The snake hissed back at her, "I would let them go for $1.49 per pound." Thus, the world was introduced to the concepts of currency, weights, and trade, all in one sentence. The woman, being unused to the idea of barter, said, "What's a dollar? What's a pound? Why is a snake talking to me?" The snake, realizing it had pushed a little too hard, said, "Never mind. Have a few apples. They're on the house." This was the first known usage of free samples. Oh, and the snake was the first salesman. The woman grabbed a few apples and took them home to her husband, and they both ate. However, WOD had invited them to a barbecue. When they arrived and weren't hungry, WOD was angry. "Behold, my guests are not hungry, and I have had a boar roasting all day. What did you eat?" The man, sensing he had messed up, pointed at the woman, saying, "She brought home some apples. It's her fault." The woman, taken aback at being hung out to dry, exclaimed, "Wait, a snake told me to take the apples. He said they were on the house." This is the first known instance of what would become known as blame storming, a concept that is very common to this day. WOD, knowing the disposition of all assets, called the snake into the meeting. "So, you have been making marketing calls without my permission. Explain yourself." The snake was nonplussed. "Look, I invented weights, currency, barter, and sales in one fell swoop. Come on, we make a great team." WOD considered the snake's words and shook its head. Thou hast distributed goods without my permission. There are no innocent parties in this transaction. Punishment must be meted, and I am the meter. Is that the way it works? Well, whatever. WOD said unto the man, Thou hast eaten my food without my permission. I was saving those apples for a nice pie, but now there will be no pie for you. You must leave my lands and grow your own food and work your tail off producing resources that you may enrich others. The man gasped. WOD said unto the woman, Thou shalt spend millennia being mistreated by men because you listened to that miserable snake. Is it fair? No, it isn't, but that's what you get. Oh, and I'm making childbirth hurt a lot, just because. When you do work other than raising children, you will receive less compensation. So there! The woman gasped. WOD said unto the snake, Thy accomplishments shall be claimed by me, since I am the boss. From this day forward, salespeople will be seen as untrustworthy, since you exploited my resources for your own gain. However, since people are schmucks, you will gain much wealth from cheating them. I can't hate on you too much, though you must leave my place too. The snake shrugged, which is a neat trick for a creature without shoulders. WOD finally said, Now, in the words of someone far into the future, get off my lawn! The man and the woman both fled WOD's domain and holed up in a cave nearby. The man took the name of Adam, and the woman took the name of Eve. They have been memorialized as the pioneers of doing naughty things, since it's hard to have kids without doing naughty things. To be honest, though, I don't think they used things you would find in modern naughty shops. However, wealth will find a way. The snake, meanwhile, started traveling through the area and working as a motivational speaker, giving seminars on realizing your self-worth. He wielded his newfound wealth like a sword, cutting down competitors until he was quite old. Then Adam found him, killed him, and made a wallet out of him. Those were harsh days. Brothers and sisters in wealth, are you not inspired? Are you not electrified? Are you not on your feet? WOD deserves your praise and adulation. Get thee all to the nearest shrine to WOD under the sign of the ATM. Press your hands upon the touch screen. Can you feel the power of wealth? Drop to your knees and pay proper respect before the touch screen of the righteous. Beg for forgiveness before WOD that you may generate more resources for it. Then get out of the way because someone in a jacked up Dodge painted in camouflage colors wants to get money for the bar. Can I get a HalleluWOD? Alas, brothers and sisters, that concludes our sermon for this week. Don't hesitate to visit our sponsor this week, Cougar's Canyon, and ask for the old Reverend for a very special lap dance. Over 80 only, ID required. May WOD find you in the darkest night and shower you with golden blessings. WOD bless and WOD speed.